Buddy Hield has been the main scoring guard for the Sacramento Kings for the past few seasons. He has always been a confident scorer, even dating back to college. His draft position rose after putting on big performances at Oklahoma. Buddy is confident and has never been afraid of taking tough and big shots. Now this season with the Sacramento Kings has been up and down for him. He was placed into the six-man role halfway through the season and has been in trade rumors. Buddy is 27 now and he is entering his prime. He's a 20 points per game scorer, and whatever his future holds, his calling card in the NBA is being a scoring guard. Before I start this video, if you do like the video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel a lot, and I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and any support in that is truly appreciated. I do more player breakdowns like these, team breakdowns on the channel, and with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Buddy Hield is the Sacramento Kings' best shooter. He is very confident and his shot is extremely effortless, and he gets it off whenever he wants. Buddy this season averaged 19.2 points, 3 assists, and 4.6 rebounds on 42% from the field, 39% from 3, and 84% from the free throw line. His true shooting percentage on the season is at 56%. Buddy's biggest strength as a player is his shooting, and he loves to shoot the basketball. He loves to shoot the basketball so much that I've seen him have his defender beat and has a wide open lane to the rim to finish, but he would just pull back, step back into a three-point shot. Buddy's shot is very effortless and he can get it off at any moment, even when guarded tight. Buddy has knocked down a lot of tough three-point shots, attempted 960 jump shots this season, always looking to get into a shot and seek out an opening for himself. This season he attempted 688 three-pointers and knocked down 271 of them. He only ranks second behind James Harden in three-point attempts. Harden attempting 843 threes on this season. Buddy attempts around 9 to 10 threes a game, more attempts from last season where he attempted around 8 a game. Most of Buddy's three-point shots comes off of catch and shoot situations, attempting around 5 a game. One of the best at it too. Great coming off of screens and just spotting up for his shot. 41% on catch and shoot shots, and defenders have to be glued to Hield because if he is able to get hot at any moment, it is going to be hell for the defender for the entire game. In working off the dribble and pulling up, Hield shoots it at 37% on around 4 to 5 attempts. He has a great balance of being able to shoot efficiently off the dribble and catch and shoot, basically shooting it at the same amount of attempts, and he knocks them down at a high percentage. Hield is always searching for an opening to let it fly, whether it's from deep or anywhere around the court. He's able to break down defenders and also has a step back in his arsenal to go to. He's also able to work off screens to pull up into a shot. Above the break, when taking a three, he shoots it at 37%. Majority of his threes are above the break as he attempted 558 of them from there. In the corners, he attempted 130 shots from there, and each corner respectively, left and right, shot at above 45%. He shot more threes from the left corner with 82 attempts and right corner with 48 attempts. In the mid-range, he is able to get to his shot as he would break down his defender a bit and step back into a three, or step in from the three-point line and knock down a mid-range shot. He shot it at 39% on mid-range shots, attempting 206 mid-range shots on the season. Again, a really good shooter who can shoot it from anywhere, and no matter who is on him, he is very confident as a shooter, utilizing screens, spotting up, step backs, side steps. He's going to get his shot off in any situation. Hield is also capable of being an off-ball presence, working through screens, spotting up, or at times cutting to the rim for a shot. Buddy as a driver and finisher is very capable of getting to the rim, but he is very much so in love with shooting the basketball that he doesn't look to drive the basketball as much as you would want him to. I feel like if he did this more, he would get more free throw attempts and would open up much more of his passing. His free throw attempts would be much higher. It's very, very concerning as Hield is the Kings' second best player and is looked to be the star of this team that he only gets to the free throw line around 2 times a game. He does need to work on his handles. It does need work and being tightened up a bit, but he is still capable of working and getting to the rim. In the restricted area, he shoots it at 64%, and in the paint area, he shoots it at 34%. He attempted shots in the restricted area, 178 on the season. His mid-range attempts are much more higher than his attempts in the restricted area. As stated before, he is in love with shooting the basketball, and Buddy is very much so capable of breaking down his defender and getting to the rim. Not so much to the extent of the more craftier guards like Kyrie, Harden, Luka, but very much so Buddy is capable of finding angles to attack. It's okay if Buddy is willing to take mid-range shots, but he has to be elite there. I'm talking Kawhi Leonard elite to be more effective from there. If Buddy traded in some of his mid-range shots for getting to the rim, it would open up much more free throw attempts and much more opportunities for him to dip off passes to teammates. When Buddy does drive to the rim, he uses a hesitation move, and it really helps in getting by defenders. It would also help to add a floater or a go-to shot when entering around the paint. He does sometimes struggle creating against much more athletic or bigger players and much more defensive minded players, and opts into shooting a 3 when all doesn't go according to plan. Buddy Hield as an overall playmaker needs work. He isn't very much of a willing passer looking to search constantly for his own shots. He just doesn't read the floor at an advanced level as you would want him to. Buddy can't really operate as a primary ball handler due to this. Still has work to do in growing more as a ball handler and overall creator. He is capable of making the very simple reads. He is able to pass it off to bigs in pick and roll situations when the defense collapses on him. He does recognize when teammates are open, but it's the case of them being wide open and you just can't miss them. He's also capable of throwing lob passes to bigs, but that's pretty much it. He isn't much in reading the flow of the offense, but he is always in search of his shot. A lot of evidence of this early on in this season when Fox was out and he was the main guy with the ball in his hands. Hield may be best suited as the third ball handler on the team. His turnovers have increased from last season at 2.3 turnovers, and majority of his turnovers comes from bad passing and just losing the ball. There's question marks on how consistent Hield can be as a playmaker and overall decision maker to help make his teammates better. Buddy Hield's defense has always been a question mark about his game. Many have labeled him as a terrible defender. When he is locked in, he is very capable of being a good on-ball defender. He has the body to make offensive players work, but he just doesn't utilize his physical tools as you would want him to consistently. He constantly gets beat at times, isn't disciplined as a defender, isn't much of an off-ball defender, reading passing lanes consistently or rotating well. He did average close to 1 steal a game. Got those steals from stripping the ball or picking off some bad passes. Commits a lot of head scratching fouls at times. He has a tendency to overhelp on plays a lot when he doesn't need to, and that makes him get out of position from the main guy he was defending. His silver lining so far in his career as a defender is his on-ball defense. He does have the tools to be good there, but at the end of the day, he needs to be coached and disciplined there. He isn't all too locked in defensively throughout the course of the entire game. Like, he is willing to defend at times, it's just that he can't keep up consistently with the offensive player and can't read what they are trying to do well. Buddy's defensive struggles are much more based on his IQ on that end rather than his effort. Now, this Sacramento Kings team has been up and down this season. They suffered injuries, been experimenting different lineups, different schemes. It's been a rough season for the Kings, and it hurts because the team was expected to take that next jump after playing well last season and at least make it to the playoffs. They were invited to the bubble, but they really didn't do anything. Buddy Hield wasn't utilized this season in a way that complements his game. He had to do a lot of on-ball stuff, a lot of decision making, a lot of creating, much more than he did in his 2018-2019 season, which was easily the best season of his career. Buddy Hield to me is one of my favorite shooting guards in the league. Easily a top shooter in the league, but there's a lot of question marks to his game. Can he be a consistent playmaker? How good can his IQ for this game be? Can he be a consistent and reliable defender? Can he get to the rim more? Can he get to the free throw line more? Can his ball handling improve? Can he even be a primary ball handler? Can he be the best player on this Sacramento Kings team and win consistently? He is 27 years old now, and there's still a lot of question marks in his game. And though he is the team's best shooter, there's still much to improve with his game. Right now, with Hield's play, he may be best suited as a third option on this team. But if he takes strides as a defensive player or grows at least as a playmaker, he can very well move to becoming a second option if those strides are taken.